everyone, welcome back to another session of Analysis with Emmanuel. And today we are going to be working on how to properly document your project on GitHub and in a well-detailed manner. So I'm going to put you through all the steps that you have to take to be able to achieve something similar to this. So this was one of the projects I did this year. If you've been following me, you know I've put out a tutorial on how I was able to go about all of this project. So I was here I was able to document it properly. So I'm going to show you the steps so you can. I also have one more. So this is just how it is. So now what we are going to do is we are going to, without wasting much of our time, we are going to go through the steps to be able to achieve something better than what we've done before. So I'm going to explain everything you need concerning GitHub and everything you need to be able to put out your project properly and in a well-detailed manner. So when you come here, you go to repositories. So now we want to get a new one. We have to get a new one. So this, we are going to call this sales. We are going to be working on. I gave an like example. This is just like an example. One would be working with tools. So I'll be able to explain everything properly. Analysis. Okay. So you don't really need to fill in every other one. Just make sure if you want to put it public or private, depending on your choice. So yes, so every other thing is working perfectly well. If you want to add the description to the particular project you'll be documenting, totally also fine. So the next step is for you to create the repository. So now what we're going to do is, before you be able to document your project, make sure you have all detailed files available. Do you understand? All the files necessary available, all the links necessary available. So you are going to create a README. Come here to that README place and you click it. So now if you notice, what happened is the name we used was what appeared here. Do you get it? So the name we used was what appeared in our README. But now I want to explain something for you. So I'm going to show you here. So whatever you write here is just like you writing the code. Do you understand? So whenever you write your code, you can always run it. Like it's more like having a preview. So you can always see what you've been able to run so far. Do you understand? So now I want to show you that this, let me remove this. Let me put it as this. Now, the more hashtag being used equals the lesser the font size of the particular thing you'll be working with. So the more we go, let me copy this. And let me put another now when we preview it, you see it goes smaller and smaller and smaller. I think that's one thing you need to know also. So this is going to be able to help you to navigate through to get a more cleaner result. Do you understand? And even if you go continuously, the more you go, the more the lesser the it becomes. You understand? The more the lesser it becomes. So that's the first thing I'm going to show you here. Now the next thing I'm going to also show you is how to use the underline. No, sorry. How to use the underline. Now this particular one creates a line. So now let me go into it deeply so we can start wherever we are working on now. So now I was able to draft out everything I want to document. Do you understand? I was able to draft it in a notepad. So the work is going to be more easier. So I'm going to show you every step you're going to take. Do you understand? So this is our topic. So I'm going to copy it. Now this particular one is going to be in one hashtag. So when I preview it, what it looks like. Do you get? So you can also add sub. What will I call it? You can also add this as sub. Now that we have been able to get that stuff, we'll have to remove this. What did they call it? We'll have to remove this particular one. So be able to put it in. So now this is how it's gonna look like when we preview it. So this is exactly how we want it to be. So the next step is for us to create our project overview, give a space, then use 3 for it. So I'm sure as a data analyst or whatever you are, so this project is not just based for data analysis forever, it's just a guidance. While I'm a data analyst, I'm able to use what I work with. So a project overview is probably talking about everything, what the project entails. Do you understand? So now this is just like a summary of the project. Do you get? So now I have to copy this so that we don't get to waste our time and the video gets more shorter, and we'll be able to paste it here. You understand? So this is how it looks like when we preview it. So we are getting somewhere, and I'm going to show you how to do a lot of things in this particular video. So make sure you sit tight. So the next step is to talk about the tools and technologies that we're able to use to achieve whatever results we're able to do in this particular project. Do you understand? So in the same 3 hashtags, we are going to work on the tools and technology, exactly. Okay, technologies, I will still put that. So now I want to teach you how to do something very, very useful. So how we do bullet point here is we can use asterisk, or we can use this to do a bullet point. Do you understand? But I use asterisk, so you can use any of the ones you want. Do you get? So let's say we have. I just want to show you like a quick preview. Let's say we have SQL in this. So in the preview, instead of it to look at asterisk, it's going to work with the bullet point. Do you get what I'm saying? So now I would want to copy this because this is the tool and technology I used. Let me say we used for this particular project. This is not, I've not, this wasn't a project I worked with. This is just for the video itself. Do you understand? So you can come here and put asterisk, give a space, asterisk, give a space, asterisk, give a space, and the last asterisk, give a space. So when we preview this, this is what it looks like. Do you understand? So we can use asterisk or a dash, just a simple dash for the bullet point. So instead of you to waste your time, and you can also use the one, yeah, before I forget, you can also use this. Wait, let me be sure exactly. So let's see how it looks like in the preview. Oh, I think there's something I didn't. Let's put dots. Let me check out the preview. Exactly. Do you understand? So you can also use bullet point and you can also use numbers to list. Do you get? Don't list just straightforward. So we can use this. We can leave this as like we can work with this, no problem. So the next step is for us to work on the dataset overview. So now I want you to understand that documenting your project is a step-by-step process. You are talking about everything that you did to be able to achieve that particular project. And you documenting your project, you don't just start with picture of the project, or you don't just start with the project itself, or you don't even start with reports. You start with each step that was taken in the beginning. Do you understand? So the dataset overview, we are going to talk about the dataset. So this is the dataset overview. So the first thing we are going to do is to tell us the columns in the dataset overview. Do you get? Then after we talk of the columns, we talk of the preview, like how the dataset looks like. Do you understand? I'm going to so the first thing we're going to do is the dataset overview. So the next thing we're going to work on is exit this. We're going to use three hashtags. Overview. You understand? Then we are going to tell us the columns. So let's say the columns of the particular dataset. So this one is going to highlight what the dataset looks like, just like a sample. And this one is going to tell us the columns that the particular dataset entails. Do you understand? So and preview. You can just say preview or sample preview. Either ways, anyhow you want it. And we can. I'll work with sample preview. No. Now let me show you something. Before I copy this, now let me show you how to create a table, because that particular one is going to be in a table. We're not just going to work with it like that. Do you understand? So now let me show you how to create a table. Now, when you do something like this, when you use a straight line, like this straight line, check it to your keyboard, and you go and you do the same thing, and you go and you do the same thing, regardless of the amount of size, just to be able to know how you're working with it. Do you get it? So let me say column 1. Do you understand? Regardless of size, everything is like just like a coded file. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let me here say column 2. So when I come here, I do the same thing. Sorry, did I remove that? Now just be watching what I'm doing. So you're going to actually see something. Let's preview this. So now, do you see we're actually going to create a table right now? So let me say in column 1, we have, I'm just showing you a preview so you get a better knowledge of what I'm talking about here. So let me say in column 1, we have uh, Emmanuel. Do you understand? Let's say we have Emmanuel, and we have 20. Let's say Emmanuel have 20 naira just for the sales. This mean that this was supposed to be like first name, and this was supposed to be price, but just let's go. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's say um, Isaac, and I just want to show you something so you get a better knowledge of what I was talking about. So let's say Isaac has 100 naira. So because my country will work with naira. So now with this, we can be able to preview to see exactly this. Do you get? So now this is a way of showing your what your dashboard looks like, and it's actually a nice thing to do. Do you get? So let me copy this. I will just copy it like this, but I will still be able to work with it. Don't bother much, so that I don't waste time. I want to be able to do what I'm doing very quickly. So all this was drafted by me, so I was able to draft them out. So Now it doesn't matter about the size or space. The, it should understand itself. Do you understand? It understand itself. Doesn't matter whether the spaces are the same, or just make sure you give a space after each one. Like they shouldn't be all together like they are the same letter. They should just be a like that's what matters the most. Do you get what I'm saying? So now this is what I'm going to be working on. To, so to the end. Now we're going to press enter here so that we can be able to put a line. Let's preview it. So we are going somewhere. Automatically, you already understand. Do you get? You already understand it, but it's not going to fill in this thing because see that this thing now. If you look here, this place doesn't have demarcation already. This place doesn't, so it doesn't understand what's going on here. So it now presumes that this whole thing belongs to the date. Do you get? So this is why these demarcations here are very very important. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now we come here again. Do you see? This is exactly what I was talking about. So this is just this one. I think this one is actually an important step. Do you get? So maybe probably you don't have a screenshot of your dashboard, or even with the screenshot of your dashboard. I think it's still needed to a certain extent. Do you get what I'm saying? So we are going to do it for each and every step of the project. Great. So we've been able to achieve it. Exactly. Now, exactly. We're able to achieve the sample preview of the particular data set. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is we are getting somewhere. We've been able to go far. So I'm really really glad for that. So now we are going to work on something. Yes, we're going to work on the when I was talking of the steps we took. We've been able to cover what the dataset entails. We've been able to cover what we use to achieve this particular project, and we've been able to explain what this dataset is all about. You get? So and done we've done quite good at the moment. So now we're going to talk on the performed in Excel and SQL, what like the steps that was taken. Do you get steps? Now I've entered the process. Do you get what's going on right now? We've entered the process. So I'm going to copy this, not this. So this particular one now is the main. Do you get? This particular one is the main data cleaning, and future engineering. I think I'll remove this particular one. So exactly, let me be able to refine. I want to refine this table so you understand what's going on here. So now this particular one now is the main header, data cleaning and feature engineering. Do you understand? Then this one is just like steps of data cleaning that we took. You get. So now let's copy this particular one. Now let me go to edit. The edit please. So I'm going to paste this, but I'm going to paste this with um, three hashtags. You get. So now we want to list the steps of data cleaning. I think I will remove this one. It doesn't work. Yeah, feature engineering. Does it say anything about feature engineering in this place? No, it doesn't. So I'm going to remove it, but let's still work on it. So remove this. Let's say process. Great. So now you can see I'm still making some certain changes. So even after you document your project, you get while actually even after you draft out your project, while documenting it, it is still normal to make mistakes that you can actually edit it. You get, and even after you've been able to commit your project, you can still make sure you edit it to make it fit right. You get. So now we are going to talk on this, but this one we are going to put them in bullet point. Do you understand? And I've taught you how to do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. So make sure you try to how do I can you see? I remember I told you that you can use asterisk and you can use simple dash to be able to achieve this. You get. So now we are going somewhere. We just started. We are going somewhere, and I'm making sure I'm sure or I hope you are able to cope and you are understanding clearly because I'm going slowly. So now I'm going to teach you something. I'm going to teach you how to write in a form of code. Do you get what I'm saying? In the form of code. So the next step is exploratory analysis. It was done in SQL. Do you get it? So now there's something you need to know. There's something you need to know. When you do this back tick three times and you do this back tick three times, whatever you write here turns into a code. Hell, now it turns into this form like a code that is easier to actually copy. Now, when I come here and I say SQL select asterisk from um let me say sales from sales. Do you get? So now when I preview this, do you see it's automatically changed into an SQL format of code? Do you understand? And if I want it, if it is supposed to be a Python code, I write Python here. Let's see how it's gonna be. Do you see? Now you see that the color format is changing. You understand? Python has its color format, SQL has its own color format. Do you see that the color format is changing? It's the same thing, but the color format changed because of what? They are different forms. So it's just like saying you are writing your code in a Python environment. You are writing an SQL code in a Python environment. You understand what just went on here? So if your particular project had a JavaScript, like you really want to show it had like you want to show, okay, let me say a DAX in Power BI. Now we work with DAX. You created a measure, you want to show that particular measure, make sure you write the measure here. Let me show you created for average price. Do you understand? You write the particular measure here. So that's how to create a code format. I really don't know how Java works. I don't know if it's I've not written a Java code before. So let's still select asterisk from sales. I've not written Java code before. So honestly, do you see it's just blunt? I don't, because I think Java will recognize that this is not a code. I don't really, I really don't know, but I think he had recognized that this is not a code. But you see that writing an SQL code in Java environment, this is just what it means. So whatever particular thing you're going to be working with, we'll just be changing it from this particular place. So now we're going to be working with SQL code in the next thing. Do you get? So now let's say we had an exploratory data analysis that went on with SQL. Let's copy it. You have to remove this. There's no need for it to be exploratory. I will still put something now. Analysis, great. So you get. So now it was an SQL code, right? This is SQL supposed to be written. Do you see? It's different now. It's very different now. It's working well now. This is an SQL environment and an SQL code. But now we want to work on what they said. You get. So let me copy this one first. So now I want to get the code. Now if you check it out, you're going to see that this particular one now has changed to an SQL code, just like that. You get. So and this is the same way we can continue forward, like actually do every other thing. Now let me just, to not to waste time, I've been able to explain it clearly. Let me just say, let me copy this and then let me edit this particular one now. So what I'm going to do here is just put like three backtick SQL, three backtick, and the same thing here, SQL, enter, three backtick. Now I think this is just great. This is just great at the moment. Now do you see how it looks like? Like this is navigating through your but at this moment, when it comes to navigating through your project, it shows you know what you're doing. Like I really don't even have to go through there. It looks good. It looks presentable. This is how to document it well in a well detailed manner. So now we come here. Let's get the last measure that was taken. This is an example. This, like, I just came up with this. I did actually do this. I did actually work with any sales at the moment. I just came up with it. Getting the codes was not an issue. Probably I know how to write SQL code very much well. So now this is what our this is what we've been able to how we've been able to go so far. Oh, I think I made an issue here. I Let me correct that while we go forward. So the backtick is not here. It's supposed to be here. It's supposed to be great. So everything now is going well. So the next step of this video is we are going to create this section of the Power BI dashboard. Mind you, it's not just about Power BI dashboard. It could probably be whatever dashboard you worked with. Do you get? So now I want to copy this. So when I paste this, I work on the hashtags exactly. So this one is just giving like an illustration. The Power BI dashboard includes the following visuals. Do you get? So we come here with our bullet point. Exactly. So what makes this particular section nice, or whatever makes your what will I say, to make your documentation more nice to actually, to make it visually appealing to actually, you can make use of emojis. Do you get? So, I'm going to show you how to do that. So when you put a column, you can smile, smiley face, and just, so what to put an emoji in this readme or read.me file is just you put a semicolon, a colon, and you write whatever you want at. Do you get? So now let me tell you something. Here now you can actually just be like revenue. I really don't know, but let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. No, let me use chat. Revenue. Let me use for revenue. Let me use this. Do you see? And profit over time. For regional, let me use let me see for regional. Let me use, will I use location? Okay, location is not gonna work. Um, world. Okay, let's use the world map. Regional sales performance. So you can actually use columns to make your this part of your dashboard or any part you think is necessary. But now let me mind you, you don't use wherever you use these hashtags, you don't use emojis there, because I'm going to teach you how to create a table of content. And when you use it, when you're creating a table of content, you don't use emojis. Do you understand? It's not emojis are not allowed. Do you get? Because it will not make it to work. It will not make it to work. So you can actually let's see how it looks like. Do you see? Now, if you can actually fill here with emojis that best explains this particular place, it makes your dashboard make more sense than it's actually making at the moment. Do you understand? So now we've been able to go past this. I don't think I can think of any emojis that, but I just explained it so you can try to improvise and work on it. Do you get? Why is this thing stressing me? Exactly. So the next step is to include our dashboard there. So while we are working on the emojis, we can also say, now let me show you how to do that. So when you come here, the image, now it's uploading. It is done uploading. So now this is what it looks like in the preview at the moment. Do you get? This is what the dashboard looks like. The dashboard is not the big proper dashboard. If it's a big proper dashboard, you checked out my GitHub, and even this one. Let's open a new one. You actually saw that the images used were actually big. Do you get? So it's depending on the image at the moment. Do you get? It's depending on the image at the moment. All of these are still the same work. Do you understand? So depending on the image at the moment, this is what it can give us. The sizes of the image at the moment. So the next step, we've been able to put like, that was a sample image. That was not a proper dashboard. Do you get? If you, I just went online to get a sample image that I can just use for the tutorial. This is not a dashboard. So I'm just showing you. So for those that's not even a data analyst, you can actually put screenshots to actually tell the um, this thing what you're working with. I've not still been able to put you through the adding file process. I'm still going to do that. But readme.file is one of the most important thing you can about your documentation. That was why I started with it first. Because it's even easy to actually add file into your, this is the main work. So the next step is um let's we'll now copy this, put it in here, like I said earlier, this were all drafted so that I wouldn't have to stress I wouldn't have to stress trying to think to yeah. Now let me give you a hack. You understand? I want to give you a hack. Now here they said key insight. The West region consistently generates revenue. Do you understand? The West region consistently generated the highest revenue. So let me say you want to now highlight on the particular country in the West. You understand? The particular country in the West, we can say, oh my God, this had already changed the value. We'll still make sure that these are still together. But now, to highlight more keys, I want to give you a hack now. We can actually put it like this and say I don't know, let me probably say US had um, had the highest revenue. Now this is the font it looks like. Do you understand? It changes. It's no longer just our normal basic. So this we can use this to actually highlight more on a particular insight. Do you get? So this is what documenting your project is all about, and a lot more we are still trying to unfold. So as we go on, we keep unfolding them. So you can keep keying into this details. I'm trying to make sure we put these things back to places. So now this is just what it looks like. Do you get? So let's say highest revenue in the West. In the West, I'm just saying, yeah, I'm just saying. So this is looking good, right? So that's how to make sure your points hit harder with key insight. If I was to go more detailed, I can say had the highest revenue of 20% higher than every other one. Like, do you get it? 20% higher. You can write it to make sure that this thing we are sure of what we actually analyze. Do you get it? So when we come here, come to recommendations, you paste it, Control P. I'm doing copy and paste, so our work is faster. Let me use asterisk now. Exactly. Great. Great. So this is how far we have gone, and now we can talk of the future work, blah blah blah. Now I want to show you one more thing. We can actually go more into it, but I want to show you the important part now. So you still need to write the future work, how you want to better the project in the future. So now I want to show you on how to write a link. So let's say we want to the data source, like you want where you can download the particular data source. So you can say the link. related link or data source or whatever, download here. So what you do is you get this bracket, download data, like say here, anything you can come up with, and you put the link to the data source. Let me see, you open the parentheses and you say HTTPS. Let me check something. Okay, so you say HTTPS colon slash slash github.com. So now, like, if you wherever you put your data, if you get your data is in a Google Drive and you want people to access it or whatever you want them to access, let me say the Power BI file or anywhere you put it, the link. So this is how you can be able to display it as a link. You understand? So when I want to open this, it takes me GitHub. If you look below here, if you look below here, you see when you click on this, you look here, you see something like look here, you see something like GitHub. Let me try to. It took me to my GitHub because my GitHub password and everything is like saved on my system already. Restore. So this is our progress so far. So now let me give you a hint. Let me give you a hint. I think this is the sample. But do you know the best thing you could have done? After you put this your sample, your dataset overview, the way I taught you to attach a um a photo here, you attach the spreadsheet or the Excel file here. So now we've been able to do this, and I think you will need to put a space here, because if you don't put a space here, when you preview this particular video, this particular is going to be the same line, and we don't want that. So we come here and we preview this, make sure it is here, and when you come here, when you check the now give it space. So the next thing we are going to do is um, table of content. We've been able to cover a lot of things in this particular session. So the next we're going to do is table of content, which is this particular one. So it helps you navigate freely. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So here we come to the edit section. Then when we come here, we want to this. So here now we're going to give it 2, and now we want to create like a link. Now let me give you an example of what I mean by table of content. So if you look at this particular video, you see that when we want to check out, like it's a long something, but if you want, it's like a shortcut. Do you get it? Like a shortcut to wherever we want to navigate to. So we can click on recommendation, it takes us straight to the recommendation page. We are still going to work on lines because I think you can see that it helps us to separate each and everything very, very much clearly. So when we click on recommendation, it takes us there. When we click on data transformation, it takes us straight to data transformation. Do you see what I'm saying? When we click on future work, it takes us to our future work. This is the last one. So let me say this. So this is what it helps. It helps anybody that wants to check out your project to be able to navigate freely. If they want to check out your Power BI dashboard only, they can click on it and they can be able to check out what the dashboard is all about. Do you get what I mean by the table of content now? So it is going to be like a link. Now it's going to have a square bracket. So after you've been able to write this, now I want you to know that when you'll be writing the second, like something like the link itself, so you're going to copy this same thing here, but now instead of, there is not going to be space, but instead of it, you're going to use this dash instead. So this is how it's going to be. Now in this same place, I'm going to show you exactly the same thing, but you're going to see a change. So now instead of us to use this and, I want us to use this and. Do you get? So I'm going to copy this thing now again and paste it here. But like I want to, I'll put up the stuff that is needed. You get? It's still the same thing. So but here now you can see that we have and space, but instead of putting just like a dash here and a dash here, this is not going to work actually. So what's best for you to do is put it two. So they are all symbols. You get? They're not letters. So how you do it in this position or in this particular places, you are going to put two instead, two two dash instead of just dash here and dash here. Do you get what I'm saying? So let us check a preview of what it looks like at the moment. Okay, so let's work on something. Let's keep going. We are going to put like, what did we call it? We are going to put asterisk here, asterisk here, and space, because from here we can see that they are all conjoining each other. Do you get? We're still going to work on that one, but now you can see that they are changing to links. Do you get? So it's like, this is what makes your GitHub documentation more professional. Do you get? This is what makes it more professional. So I'm trying to change it now so that I can be able to work with it fully. You get what I'm saying? So this is what it looks like, but only two have been able to change. Let's cancel this now. So I'll be making the edits for every other thing now. So the same way. Now let's work on it again. Let me just copy it. For now, I'll put this one in parentheses or bracket, and I'm going to put a dash here to show that it's a link and not alphabet or letters. And here in this place too. So this is how it is now at the moment. We are going to just repeat everything for all of this. Now I want to check out something where there is exploratory data analysis. I want to check out, I think we made a change there. So here we made a change. We removed the SQL that was here before. So also here now we need to also remove the SQL that was here before. So we are going to do the same thing here. Data cleaning. Well, we made a change in data cleaning also, right? So this is what it is called now. It's no longer called that. So I'm going to remove this and put what we call it at the moment. And I'm also going to do the same thing again so that I can be able to put it in a link format. So it's best wherever you have and instead of writing and, yeah, instead of writing and you use the symbol and. Do you get what I'm saying? You use the symbol and it's more professional. You use just basic and. So this is how it looks like, and we're going to continue for each and every step on the way. Let me copy this properly. Now put a dash. This is where we have been able to simplify it in a way that you can totally understand what and how to do it yourself. You get, so that's the purpose of this particular session. It's actually a very nice one. So the key insights, how did you put the key insights? Okay, correct. And the recommendation. And about this place, you can, what you're supposed to do is not just only data sources. You get, you can put any related link. Probably if you made a YouTube video, you can put the YouTube video link here in the same format. Anything you want to do, anything that you know that is going to help anybody that wants to check out this project, but in a link format, you can put it in this particular section. You get, and you can rename it to whatever you think work best for that particular situation. So we are going to do the same thing in this particular place now. Uh, so, okay, so repository structure is no longer there. So I think I removed it. So, yeah, I think I removed it. I can probably explain what it means. So it's just like a way of showing how the structure of your data is. You can make research on it on how to use it, because I don't think there's any moment on how I can use it. And you're making use of a lot of things which I didn't work, I didn't put myself. So this is how our sample data is. So let's check if it's actually good. Let's commit changes now. Commit changes means to save it. Why does it keep giving me errors? Why does it keep giving me errors? confirm from here. Zero. Oh, my bad. I did something wrong. So I made a mistake somewhere. So when we are putting this particular thing, there's like an asterisk. You get so we're supposed to have asterisk in all of these places. I forgot to do that. There's supposed to be asterisk in all of these places. You get fill asterisk there. I totally forgot about that, so I had to make just check out the past one I've done, so I can be able to get it back. So it's supposed to be hashtag, hashtag in all of this. Also make sure that every one of them has lower case. You get you every one of them in lower case. I think that was why I also forgot. So there is not going to be upper case actually. Everyone is going to be in lower case the on this particular section before it can actually work. So make sure you just edit that part. My bad for not saying it on time. So I think that's one thing I did not. So the hashtag and the lowercase before we move to our um stuff will be able to work perfectly well. You get so why is okay. So I've removed picture work. Picture work is no longer here. I forgot that. For now this is what we have. But I explain what future work is. It's probably we have something we want to still work more on the project. But I can't remember removing future work. So I don't know why it's not there. I think I don't but let's keep going. Future work is something you want to still work on like next time. Let's commit changes now. So commit changes means like as if we are saving it. You get like as if we are saving it. So now everything is now like normal. Do you see now the table of content is working perfectly well. Do you see data set overview? We want to let's check this one out. Can you see how good is working now at the moment? So it makes your work look more professional than it is looking at the moment. So I think I've been able to cover a lot this particular whole section on the read.me.md file. Yeah, I've been able to cover a lot. So now we would have to do something now. We would have to work on the adding file to this. So I think we are good now. Let's come to our profile, our repositories. I want to add file. So now you see this place, you can be able to add every necessary files here. My bad, sorry. So you can be able to either choose to upload the files or anything you want to do. you want to drag them here, you can drag them here. Let me say you want to drag this one here now. You can actually be able to do it. Then after you're done, you commit change. So now at the moment, this is what your this is where your files are, and this is what your what do you call it? Your
So
documented
any
project looks
question you
like.
want to
You
ask me
get,
at
so you
some
can
point,
make it
make sure to write
better.
it in the comment
You can
section.
make it better.
I'm
So
going to be there 247 to attend to you. So make sure you subscribe to this channel because you don't want to miss our next video. It's going to be an interesting one where we're going to talk about how to clean data in Excel. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. So make sure to subscribe to this channel.